baby, let it be. We found where we belong and we will never leave here.
We are excited for a huge day today because we're actually taking a UTV to explore all of the top places around the island. So it's gonna get a little messy. We got the bandanas, we got the goggles, and we have the ride. Want to take a look?
To our first stop, the California Lighthouse. It was built just over 100 years ago, and the views from here are incredible.
We just made it out here in the middle of nowhere on one side of the island, and it's definitely not like the rest of Aruba where it's white sandy beaches. This side we have the choppy Atlantic waves and some very, very mysterious types of rocks that are stacked everywhere. And maybe this is a tradition, we just did not look it up, but have a look around. Literally for miles like this where there's just rocks stacked.
Rock towers. Yeah, it's a bit of a creepy vibe.
Let's get back on the road. This chapel, when it was built in 1750, used to be made out of branches and wood, and it looks like it's come a long ways. Next place we are at is the Bushiribana old gold mill. So this place is just in ruins now, but actually back in the 1800s, a 12-year-old kid who was walking through the farm and came across a precious gold medal in here, and then all of a sudden the gold rush blew over here, and it looks like they've probably gotten all the gold out of here because the place doesn't look like a gold mill anymore.
So now we are at the natural bridge, which or its name, was literally created by wind and waves smashing into rock so much and for however many thousands of years that it literally created a hole in a little bridge in the rock formation that you see in the video. So it's really cool, definitely a must-see if you're in Aruba. It's so beautiful.
Hopping in the natural swimming pool right now. Let's see if I can make it in safely though. Literally, this place is insane. The waves are crazy. And there's little crabs running around by the feet. Oh, there's some fish there. Ooh, a little chilly. Ooh, I'm in. Woo! Made it in the natural swimming pool.
In the natural pool. Got it all to ourselves. So cool.
Oh, so slippery.
So we just got back from our full day UTV tour. We rented a UTV for the day, hence the goggles and the bandanas. It was an absolute blast. There's so much to do and see here on Aruba. But we were actually about to do a guided tour and then decided to cancel it and do our own. Pros and cons to both. Price is similar. For doing the tour on your own, we were really able to go where we wanted, when we wanted, stay there for however long we wanted. Whereas on a guided tour, of course, you're on more of a schedule and you need to keep going. You can't just stop when you want or stay here a little while longer, etc., etc. And a lot of the tours we saw actually had a lot of people. So there's a lot of trains.
Like 10 of these UTVs just in a row. And so there's always the caboose that fell behind, way behind everyone else.
So to that, we really enjoyed the freedom of being able to just do our own thing. If you're looking for more of an informative, we did some research on our own of the different sites that we went to, but of course when you have a tour guide, you have someone local who's very knowledgeable and probably has a great personality and is funny, and so you have that aspect. And we did get lost a couple times in the national park. I wouldn't say lost, but definitely went off the beaten path.
The bumpy path, yeah.
The very, very bumpy path. So having a guide at those times would have been nice. That being said, Mac will tell you here about an app that we used that was hugely helpful in getting us around the island, mostly.
Yes.
When we followed it the way we were supposed to.
So yeah, the company we booked through, they have this app called Bushiribana, and this one has basically a full map of Aruba that shows all of the different hot spots throughout the island. So we basically just picked and chose what we wanted to see, and then we created our own route. And I mean, as Chelsea was saying, it was so nice to be on our own pace. We saw these trains of tours going by, and we're like, geez, we couldn't have stopped to get any of this drone footage or any of the other cool photography or videos we took, just because you were just on the move. So obviously there's pros and cons to it, but you get a little bit more of like the privacy, and that whole side of the island is just so beautiful, so you just kind of want to take it in, and it's kind of nice when it's just, you know, the 2 or 3, however many people are in your group. Going back to the app, whether you do a UTV, ATV, a Jeep, or you walk the island, I mean, it's a free app. You don't have to necessarily book with that company. We would recommend them because they were great, but you know, you might as well download the app because it literally has everything you want to see on there, and it has the map downloaded into your phone, so even when you're on airplane mode, your phone still always has connection to a GPS signal without using your data. So actually, you can use this map while your phone's in airplane mode without incurring any data costs. And so that's probably one of the best parts of the app, because you can still then, you know, navigate around the island. So guys, thanks as always for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.